Hello and welcome to this edition of Saturday Chat with me. B Scott 35. A little tired. Been at a gaming convention all morning. A gaming and geek uh, convention. So retro gaming. It was about half and half of vendors selling games and a bunch of stuff like it's hard to explain, like arts and crafts stuff, but it was like gaming and nerd stuff. It was video games around that you could play, cosplay. Uh, but I went first thing in the morning, like it was a card convention, and old guys, we get up early in the morning. These people, they didn't start getting there until about 1 in the afternoon when I was leaving. So I was pretty good with that. So 1 or 2 in the well, I was probably about 1:30ish. So and it was about a 2 hour drive for me in Raleigh. But I'm gonna sit here. I already took them out of the box. This flagship collection. I bought a couple of these this past week. I already opened up one. Didn't do as well. I still had fun. I do think again retail is the way to go right now. For me, you might feel different. You might want to have that better chance of getting a auto maybe or a mem card if you want. But yeah, just for ripping purposes. So I got a J Rod as the what is it? The card, the loose card that's in there. Um, and then I did do well on the oversize. It looks good. I don't like the way they package these in. It's the Paul Skeens uh, trophy. I can't remember if this is considered oversized for SGC or not. I'm pretty sure it is, but I have to pay about uh, give up the rights to family members and stuff. But anyway, if that's the case, I'll just put it in a um, 8x10 or what? No, that's not 8x10. What is that? Probably it's not 5x7 either. But I have the right one over there to put it in and display it somehow or put it away, whatever it takes. But uh, yeah, I'm just gonna start ripping into it. So these come with some heritage, uh, some of Series One. I haven't seen anybody with Series Two yet. It's a flagship. I don't know if Series Two is even out. Uh, but and I'm just going to talk a little bit about uh, man content gods this week. Crazy, between still people talking a little bit about PSA, people talking about ComC going up on their pricing. Saw that today and really pushing the flipping. I mean, I've talked about that before. All these people with their vaults and everything, it's set up for the flipping game. They are playing the flipping market. Yes, it's better. I've been purchasing on Fanatics auction, and I just been putting it in the vault. And I'll have them all sent to me at the end of the year, and have a reveal at the end of the year, and have one mail, and hopefully that'll be cheaper for me. We'll see. Trying that out, and but it is. I could put them right back on there to sell if I want to for something on there. So say somebody, bought a bunch of, I don't know who's been going off. So maybe some Bowman first cards of this King City Royal kid that came up. He's supposed to be this the Royals number 1, and I think he is 3 overall uh, in the rankings. So he's supposed to be pretty good. So he got called up. So if I had a bunch of those, I could put them out. Whatever. But I don't. I digress. But it's just the way they're doing things now, and I just think they're kind of playing off of that a little bit. They Whoa, I got something backwards in the first one. I got this Mookie Betts almost. I haven't seen one of these. It's like a foil. It's pretty cool. Mookie Betts there. Yeah, so I think Comp C, everything's going to be going up. Packaging, the cardboard. I've already, you know, I went to grocery shopping last week and started seeing some pricing changes already. Um, our gas is doing good, so that's good for the holiday season, the summer. I would hate to see the tourists, really a lot of places that's their livelihood. I've seen it before. Uh, about, how many years ago would that be? 20 years ago, maybe. I was in my young 30s, I believe, and I mean, I went to Myrtle Beach, and it was places closed up. It was bad, and because of gas prices. But hopefully we'll be fine. Everything will be good. Uh, you know, talking about, I'm going to go ahead and talk about. I guess it's the elephant in the room. I don't know. Please, no jokes. Anyway, Brent. I don't know him at all. First video I've ever seen of him. I'm not going to be one of these guys that said, "Hey, I subscribe to you." Sorry, I never said anything. I'm sure people, I get, but when he was talking, I felt me and him are very alike. I got 600 some viewers. I don't get, 600 subs. I don't get 100 views. Not on like a video. I might on this video, but not on because I've always joked. Everybody says show cards. And when I show cards, it's my lowest video. If I talk, I have a good video. So I do hear him. I've even touched on the subject that people want to see the same 10 vintage cards. It feels like, but that's what people want to see. That's what they want to see. You can't control that. I'm a collector. I feel like I'm a collector's channel. Yes, I do sell some, but I don't talk about the value. I'll talk about how I'm flipping and stuff. I don't take it as serious as flippers do, or like how to make money. My livelihood is not on this. And me and Carlos talked about it. Carlos and Victor has talked about it. I talked with my friends. None of us are YouTube famous. We might be, some people might be known in the community, in the actual baseball card community, not just us. But even then, you don't see anybody getting mobbed at the show. I feel like two people at the show that anybody cares that are there, and that's Geoff and Card Collector 2, and Ryan. And rightfully, the two are the top, probably two. Geoff is way ahead of him. Maybe Gary V2, if he's there. I still don't understand that hubbub, but that's not for me to understand. It's people like him, they like him, right? So, I've been doing this 6 years now, going on 7. I thought about it in the early days, what am I doing? But then I realized, hey, why did I start this? And this is what I'm talking. This is about me now. Brought it up for Brent. Sorry that he's leaving. He wants to leave. That's fine. Maybe he'll miss it and come back. He said he wants to do the once a month show with his buddy. Hey, he needs to do what is best for him. And everybody, the reasonings for it and all that, that's his reasons. We don't have to agree or disagree, but that's for him. But for me, I had to realize the reason why I'm doing this. And the reason why I'm doing this is for me. I I feel like, just like him, that I have a voice, and I have a few people. Uh, I'm fortunate to have some people that like listening to me. If it's just to laugh with me, to laugh at me, um, to feel my heartaches and my uplifting, when I'm uplifted in this hobby, I'm very fortunate to have a group of people uh, to talk to. And it sounds like he did too. Like he found it. I when he said he didn't have friends before this that did what he did, me neither. I was lucky to move to Iowa, and Iowa had a collecting group out there that I kind of leached on there with the guy that ran my shop, and I started making friends through them that I'm still friends with to this day. I'll see a couple of them in Chicago, um, and then the rest is like I've met through this channel, and I just talked the week before about evolution, and I've seen some videos talking about that since, and I love it. I love how people want to talk about how their hobby, uh, how they hobby. I love hearing about it and why they hobby and how they've changed and why they've changed. Because I want to hear. Maybe it'll enlighten me. Maybe I'll think about it. That's what I said. I never want to be somebody else, but I might get inspired by somebody else. I'm trying to be the best version of Big Scott 35 that I can be, and I feel for Brent. Um, I hope this will make him happy. Um, you know, Sounds like he still wants the hobby, enjoys what he does, and I hey, good luck to you, brother. And if you want to come on my channel, hit me up. Somebody let him know because I don't know him, and I invite him to go in more in depth with this because I agreed with some of his points, but not enough to where I end up at the same answer. So uh, that's it with that. And with that being said, and what I was talking about with Victor and Carlos, and I'll bring it up too, is like I said, none of us are. I met two YouTubers today for video gaming. One is John Riggs. He's been doing this for a long time, and this other RNG gamer. And they both have this great following. I believe they're both. I know John Riggs has the 100,000 plaque up on the wall. I don't know if RNG Gamer's there, but he's getting there fast. But they still both have real jobs. They don't. They have Patreon that helps them move along. Now I think they both. I don't know if John does, but I know RNG Gamer pays somebody to edit his stuff now. When you get to that point, you could do that, and I don't know if that's breaks the bank or whatever, but it just takes a lot off of you and makes your videos much crisper and much more people watch them. But they're not YouTube famous, but man, are they famous in that hot? And guess what? They were walking around that show, and a couple of people went up to John Riggs because he had a table and talked to him and was talking to him. But I think I'm the only one that stopped RNG Gamer on the floor and really talked to him. He puts out great stuff, some things to think about that helps in all hobbies. I even told him that. We talked a little bit about pricing, because it's a big thing going on in the gaming world about it. So, I feel like, we missed the boat. Anybody that comes on here and wants to be YouTube famous, good luck to you. I hope it works out for you. I'm here to support you any way I can. But yeah, I think, if you go to a show and a few people recognize you, the biggest thrill I got, and no, Michael, it's not that. The biggest thrill that I've had with YouTubing is I went out with my parents to eat back home at a restaurant, and somebody recognized me and talked to me about Chantilly. And my stepmom was like, "Oh, I'm sitting with somebody famous," and uh, that was my made it moment. That and when somebody wants to talk shit to me. That's the two things that you kind of when you start hitting nerves and things. When people care about what you're actually saying. Um, that's when at some level. Now, have I made it anywhere? Hell no. I have 600 and some subscribers. I have a great group of friends. Um, I man, my Rolodex. And I feel like me and my friends kind of pivot to other cliques, right? Um, that we have friends in other friend groups, and it really expands, you know. And because that now this is going to go to Sammy Thunder's thing that I watched, right? So I watched his, and again agreed with the premise very much. Uh, I thought the premise was awesome. I don't like the separation of vintage and every other group. I don't like that. It happens. People do see it that way. My man, some of my friends were a little taken, but I didn't let it take away from what he was saying and about having these little tight knit groups. And it's just hard for people to get in. It doesn't matter, right? If what you're collecting, you know, your YouTube channel, you have groups. Every collecting group has them. I mean, we name them. Uh, you know, I have fun with everybody uh, that I come across. Yes, there is, you know, some people I'd rather not have dealings with, and I don't. I don't. So, but, you know, I don't stop me from being friends with their friends, right? Uh, I feel like all across the board. But yes, I think it's difficult. Uh, Even though I think my group is very, especially Ed brings me people I don't know about. I'll be honest. Y'all know I have a lot of different things I like, and I might be long winded today. So I do have a lot of Star Wars. Man, I love watching. I don't have the space, or it would be another hobby I'd get into is uh, Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels racing, gravity racing, setting up those tracks and making cities or dioramas with the track going through it is beautiful, fun to watch. Those people, they have scripts, they make up stories, and it's a whole. I mean, you talked about a community. That is a huge community. People send in cars to race. It's a big deal. Uh, I really enjoy that. But also, I watch a lot of history stuff on YouTube. But so I have to depend on people like Ed uh, and to show, hey, have you checked this video out? And so you know, I don't outside of my friend group. I still watch the same guys I've always watched. I just maybe will be in a car or it's while I'm doing stuff. So, just like Garrett said on his, it's hard to leave a comment when you're scrolling through your stuff that you're waiting to watch, or you're in a car or whatever. So, or sitting there on TV and you're doing things, or I might be having on and I have a ball game on too. So I usually have it as background as well. So, you know, I do watch quite a bit, but not everything. I can't watch everything. And it's tough. And I just Grant Holman rookie card, little Heritage Chrome action. Very nice. Michael Conforto is a Dodger. That messes me up still. Yeah, so that the Sammy Thunder thing about people trying to get into groups and stuff, I can understand that. And that's why I have a pretty much an open invitation. If I can, kind of vet you or whatever, you can come on my little show. I feel like I get between my live, I watch other people's lives, and I feel like I got just as many people watching my live as others. I really, my Sunday Night Live, I have to, with me and my community that all of us are involved, we have built something here on Sunday nights, and I love it. And but I let people, if you want to promote something, as long as within reason, and you can post it on my wall, you can come on my show, because I want to build, and if we all do better, whatever, thank goodness of Carlos and Mike and Ed, and they'll be helping me with ever Eric, those pages, those people have really helped me. Carlos being on his Friday night every time I get on his every Friday, I see a name that I saw Friday on my Sunday chat, right? And I feel like, that we're all in this big community, helping each other. And, maybe some people feel like they're on the outside, but all you gotta do is ask. I've told you my Instagram, my Hotmail, all that is in my about page. I think my Facebook is in there. Hotmail is a little harder because if you leave, I don't check my emails all the time, but my Instagram I get notified, and on Facebook. But Facebook, you'll be descriptive because I don't open up everything if I don't know who it is. But I'll tell you right now, I am a somebody to the people that I am somebody to, but I am a nobody to many. We're all somebody to somebody, but we're a nobody to many, and I know it, and I'm fine with that. If I have an addiction, it's you people. You are my addiction, not the cards. The cards are fun. I put myself on restrictions. I've kind of been on a restriction here lately. I had this going to this game thing circle on my calendar for a long time. But and I have money set aside for that. But my addiction is Sunday night, Saturday. Wednesday. I feel like when I don't have a Wednesday, I've accomplished something. Like I didn't buy anything, but you know what? That's okay. That means I got my focus better. And nothing's really hit. Now I bought some stuff this week. Some things came across that I got good deals on. Again, I should be having next Wednesday my flips on sports slots, my sales to what I bought with those sales for last month. I haven't done much. I've only had I sold 2 cards so far on this month. I haven't done much with that. I keep adding. I just haven't. It's hit or miss on there. I've told before. It's a numbers game. You just got to keep adding, and hopefully somebody buys some stuff and they go into your store and they start seeing. And my stuff's. I try to price my stuff to move, to get it out, to liquidate, and move on to stuff I want, and get it out of here. And then I use that to flip it to something else that you'll see. I only got 3 cards. I think I had $178 and I bought 3 cards. So very happy with that. I sold 250 cards, I guess, last month. It was around that. So that's another count. Sell 250 to buy 3. I'm super stoked with that. the space game for me. So, and I don't mean outer space. I mean space in my house, my apartment here. Uh, yeah, so that's but about how I feel this week. Great. Uh, have some stuff at work. Another week at work, I could say. Can't really talk about it, but uh, yeah, everything is good. Just happy where I'm at right now. Happy that we're like 6 weeks away, I guess, from six-ish weeks away from the show, being with friends, just being with like-minded people. Um, yeah, and just enjoying it. So until next time, like, share, tell a friend, leave a comment down below about anything. Let me know, how you're feeling about anything you want me to, suggestions, anything. Um, so until tomorrow night, uh, I think we're just, and we'll be talking more about this stuff and some other stuff, whatever comes up. So until tomorrow night, see ya.